from Pilates Guy, and I'm just going to take you through about a 12-minute abdominal workout, which is going to be focused on, yes, your abs, yes, your obliques down the sides and some of those more superficial muscles, but also the deep core and proper core engagement. It would be useful for you to have an understanding of neutral, good alignment of the spine and deep core engagement. And if you don't, I've just plugged a video up there in the corner, which you should go and watch first so that you understand the core engagement and that good alignment of the spine. Okay, we're going to start off with the plank, and in round one, I'm going to give you a few options for different levels to work to. Okay, and then in round two, we're going to go straight to that level that you've chosen, and I'll give you an option to make it a little harder, and then in round three, we're going to go up again. So every exercise, I'm going to give you level options, starting off reasonably steady and then building up that intensity. So option number one would be our plank. I want you to set yourself up with your elbows underneath your shoulders, palms down on the floor. Tuck your tailbones under for me and tuck your toes. So you've got a nice neutral spine, core nice and strong. And then what I would do is take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just bring your bum up in line with your shoulders into your level one plank. And you can stay here if you want, particularly if you've got any injuries. Otherwise, if you'd like to work a bit harder, you could lift one knee off the floor, pushing your heel back, and then bring that leg down, and repeat on the other side. Remember to keep breathing deep breaths, because if you don't breathe, you're not really planking. We're trying to keep shoulders back and down, chin tucked, that belly button pulled up, pelvic muscles engaged. Okay, your next option here would be to lift one knee followed by the other knee into a full plank. And you could hold that for a few seconds before bringing one knee down at a time. But of course, your other option is to stay in your full plank and hold. Okay, keep breathing, keep belly button pulled up, pelvic muscles lifted, keep breathing, keep holding, keep it controlled. Don't feel a pinch in your lower back. If you do, tuck your tailbone slightly. Just keeping your chin tucked, lengthening through your neck. Keep holding that for me. Keep breathing into our last 10 seconds. Just hold there. Try and go up a notch for these last 10 if you can. So if you weren't in a full plank, maybe get into that full plank. And then bring your knees down, bring your hips down, and just take a few nice deep breaths. 2 or 3 really nice deep breaths. So from that, you would have picked a level you were reasonably unhappy with. And I want you to go straight to that level this time. So nice deep breath in. Breathe out, bring yourself back up to your setup position, tuck in toes, tuck in tailbone, shoulders back and down, chin tucked, core strong, nice deep breath in, and then go to the level that you like, whether it's level 1, level 2 with the single knee lifts, level 3 with the double knee lifts, bringing one back down at a time. You've got the full plank, okay? The next option here would be to start rocking backwards and forwards, okay? So this is the next option for this round, okay? Rocking backwards and forwards, but keeping a neutral spine, little tuck at the tailbone, shoulders back and down. Chin tuck, deep breaths, core strong. And we're just feeling a little bit more engagement in those abdominals now. Okay. A little bit longer here. Keep going with that for me. Keep holding. Belly buttons pulled up, pelvic muscles lifted. We're into our last 10. Keep holding for me. Keep it controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax knees down, relax hips down, take a breath. And then when you're ready, setting yourself back up for your final round, and I'll give you one final option to make this a little more challenging. So elbows under shoulders, tuck your toes, tuck your tailbone, core strong, bring your bum up in line with your shoulders, neutral spine, go to whichever level you want, your single knee lifts if you like, your double knee lifts, you're rocking backwards, forwards, or just holding your full plank, whatever you prefer. If you like to work a little harder, we've got the leg pull, the proper Pilates plank. You squeeze your bum, lengthen, lift your leg, bring it down, and repeat on the other side, okay? The belly button's pulled up, pelvic muscles lifted, spine is neutral, no twisting and turning in your pelvis. Squeezing the glute, lengthen, lift, hold for a second, lower back down. You can do this if your knees are on the floor. So if you're at level 1, you could squeeze your bum, lengthen, lift the leg, bring it back down and in, and repeat on the other side, but keeping your hips nice and level. Keep breathing, keep your core nice and strong. We should feel those abdominals working, okay? 15 seconds left. Belly buttons pulled up, pelvic muscles lifted, chin tucked, shoulders back and down, core strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, push back to a child's pose stretch. Push your bum back, reach your arms forward, take a couple of nice deep breaths. And then bring it down onto your side. You want back on that elbow, elbow under shoulder, palm on the floor. Legs nice and straight. Top leg foot just in front of your back leg. Neutral spine. We should already feel some work under here and in the shoulder. We're going to pop our hand on our hip here. We need to switch on our core, squeeze our glutes. We're going to breathe in. We're going to breathe out as we lift. We're going to breathe in as we lower. We're going to breathe out as we lift. We want 12. If you want to make it a little more interesting, reach up towards the ceiling. 3, 4. Just let your head move with the rest of your body. Belly buttons in. 5, 6, 7. Feel under here. Feel it work. 8. Getting into those obliques. 9, 10. Down under control. 11. One more time. And 12. You bring it down. We're going to swap sides. Straight onto your other elbow. Legs out nice and straight. Top leg foot in front. Bottom leg foot behind. Shoulder above the elbow. Start with a hand on the hip. Nice deep breath in. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you lower. Like you're between two panes of glass. You can't lean forwards or back. Can't twist around anywhere. Take the reach up if you like. 4, 5, 6. Belly button pulled in. Pelvic muscles lift. Got to have that deep core engagement. 7, 8. Coming down under control, remember. A little pause at the top. 9, 10, 11, and 12. We're going to bring it down onto our backs. Feet flat on the floor, feet knees hip distance apart. And we've got a nice neutral spine. Make sure you're in neutral, really, really important. Switch on the core, pulling belly button down, lifting pelvic muscles, hip rib connection. Imagine you're sliding those bottom ribs towards the hips. We're going to take one leg into tabletop, knee above the hip, shin parallel to the floor. If you've got any back concerns, probably best not to follow online, but if you do need to imprint, then you'll know. So imprint, tucking the tailbone, flattening your lower back down. Leg 2 comes to tabletop. We're going to start off simple. Pointing the toe towards the ceiling, lower the leg towards the floor, and bring that leg back in. Breathing out, and breathing in. You don't let your back change position. This isn't about moving your legs, this is about keeping your core nice and strong. We're going to build up today to the double leg stretch. We're going to involve the upper body. Keep your core strong. If you want to bring your arms into this, let your arms come up in front. Belly button pull down, pelvic muscles lifted. Going high to low, so you point the toe towards the ceiling, lower towards the floor, but your back stays in neutral or imprint, whichever you're working with. If you'd like to make it harder, let your arms start to move. The arms can go back as the leg goes away, everything comes back in. Next option, guys. Upper body comes off the floor, but you've got to use your abdominals and your core to lift your shoulders and head, not tension in the neck. Nose points between the knees towards the feet, arms are parallel. We continue with our one leg stretch. Okay. Using those abdominals, belly button down, pelvic muscles lifted, holding ourselves in this lifted position as we continue with our one leg stretch. You can take the arms higher if you want to, it does make your core work harder, but the next option will push you a little bit more. So the next option, we're going to take fingertips to the knees, let the knees come in slightly, keep your back in the same position, keep your core strong. We're going to breathe out as we lengthen and lower arms and legs. We're going to breathe in as we sweep back to the knees. We're breathing out. Shoulders stay off the floor, breathing in. Shoulders stay off the floor as those arms go back, sweeping them back around. Breathing out, breathing in. If you don't want to go all that way to the floor, you don't have to. You can go to just a V shape. Otherwise, we're going low to a hover. I want 10 more. Belly buttons pulled down, pelvic muscles lifted, tension in the abdominals, not the neck and shoulders. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shoulders high, mine are falling. Keep those shoulders high. 9 and 10. To tabletop. Upper body comes down. Take one leg at a time to the floor. Lengthen your body into a full body stretch. Couple of nice deep breaths. Squeeze your glutes. And then we're going to set ourselves up into our 100. Feet flat on the floor. Feet, knees, hip distance, neutral spine. Switch on the core. Leg onto tabletop. Imprint if you need to. Remember, hip rib connection. Leg 2 to tabletop. We're going to bring the upper body off the floor the same as we did before. Abdominals engaged, lifting the upper body, looking between the knees towards the arms parallel. We're going to start to beat those arms. Nice strong beats from the shoulders. I want you to start to breathe. In for 5 beats. Out for 5 beats. We're going to do 9 more of those. If you'd like to work harder, lengthen your legs to 45 degrees. If you don't want to work that hard, go back to tabletop, take the legs back out. And back to tabletop, and legs back out. Okay, just work where you can, keeping pressure in your abdominals, strong beats from the shoulders, nose pointing between knees towards the feet. If you've got very strong core, take your legs lower, lengthen, lower down towards the floor, keep belly button pulled in, pelvic muscles lifted, beating those arms. We've got 5 breaths left. Back to tabletop, upper body down, one leg down at a time, full body stretch. Push your fingertips away from you, push your toes away from you, squeeze your glutes, rock from side to side, and then when you're ready, we're going to bring ourselves up to sitting. So just bring yourself up however you want to, into your seated position, and we're going to do a serious core engagement exercise, core work exercise now, which is our roll up. So we're going to bring ourselves sitting up nice and tall in our good posture. You want those feet flat on the floor, legs bent. You don't want your feet too close because that'll make it impossible. The roll up is quite challenging for those cores. We don't want to lift our feet off the floor. We don't want any momentum in this throwing ourselves forward, okay? So it's all about control. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We'll start off nice and easy with the roll up holds, and then we'll go into the full roll up. So we're going to start off with those fingertips on thighs for just a little bit of support, a little bit of stability in a neutral spine. Core is strong. We're going to breathe in, and as you breathe in, tuck your tailbone under, C shape in the spine. As you breathe out, just slowly roll down, bringing your spine to that point where you feel your abdominals really kick in, and just hold there for me for 2 nice deep breaths. 2 nice deep breaths, and on your 3rd breath, just use your abdominals to pull you back up until you're sitting up nice and tall. Okay, that's option 1. You can stay there if you like. Option number 2, the arms come out in front. Okay, shoulders back and down. We breathe in neutral, core strong, and we tuck tailbone C shape. We breathe out, we lower down. Again, until those abdominals really kick in and we stop. You can take your arms up towards the ceiling if you like, but keep breathing. 2 deep breaths. Breath number 3, abdominals pull us back up, under control, we lengthen up through our spine, okay? Now we're going to go for the full roll up, which is all the way down, all the way up. So, core strong, arms out in front, sit in neutral, breathe in, and tuck your tailbone C shape. Breathe out, rolling down under total control, slowly laying your spine one piece at a time to the floor, and the arms go overhead. We breathe in, neutral spine, not arching. We breathe out, the arms move. When the arms are in front, your head comes away, your shoulders, and then you're peeling up your spine under complete control, using those abdominals to bring you up tall without lifting your feet, without throwing yourself forward. So we're going to do 4 more of those. Okay, so breathing in, tuck your tailbone, breathing out, rolling down towards that floor, keeping your feet on the floor. Your abdominals should be working really hard. Focus on your deep core engagement. Arms go overhead. We breathe in, we're in a neutral spine. We breathe out, we're rolling up. Arms out in front, we're peeling up. Bring yourself up into your neutral spine. Deep breath in, tuck your tailbone, rolling down, breathing out. Complete control, no sudden drop, all the way to the floor. Arms go overhead, breathing in. Neutral spine, breathing out, arms move. Peel head, shoulders, all the rest of the spine coming up. Sitting tall in neutral. Let's go for 2 more. Breathe in, tuck your tailbone, breathe out, roll into the floor under complete control. Don't let your feet lift. No sudden drop, into a nice straight line. Breathe in. Breathing out as you come back up, arms in front. Rebuilding up nice and tall into your neutral spine. Last one, we're not going to come back up from this one. We're going to do a little hold on the way down. Tuck your tailbone, breathing in, breathing out, coming down to a hold if you want to make this harder. Arms up towards the ceiling. 3 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, focusing on belly button to spine, pelvic engagement, deep breaths. And after those 3 breaths, bring it all the way down to the floor, arms overhead, legs away, really stretch out as long as you can. Squeeze your glutes, let your back and ribs arch off the mat. Nice deep breaths. And then we're going to bring ourselves up to sitting, and then you can stretch however you like. So, Hopefully you enjoyed that, if that's the right word. Please give me a shout if you've got any questions at all. It's russ@pilatesguy.co.uk, or you can go to the website www.pilatesguy.co.uk. Hopefully speak to you again soon.